So, is it really beneficial to use real estate agents to sell your flips for you? Or should you be listing them on the platforms, selling them yourselves, and keeping all the profits in your pocket? In this video, I'm going to break down both scenarios so you can make a decision and decide which way is going to be the most beneficial for you. But just know, before I get into the context of this here, directly below in the description area is plenty of resources you can use to go ahead and expand upon your land investment business, or a couple little tools you can use to go ahead and expand your passive income streams there. But let's dive into this here. Real estate agents. Everybody knows dozens of them in their network already. Are they actually efficient at selling your flips for you? Or are you better off taking down these deals, listing them on the platforms, and keeping all the profits in your pocket? So recently, I put this to the test. I was in Florida. I had a property that we had taken back, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this to an agent and see what he could actually do with this property. So I reached out to him. I had purchased properties from him in the past and said, hey, I got XYZ property available. What are these actually going for right now? He said, right about now, they're going for $5,500 on a cash payment. This is something I took down for $1,200. I said, you know what, go ahead and list it on the MLS. He said, my fee is going to be 10% of whatever the gross sale amount is. I said, that's fine. Let's go ahead and test this out though and see if it's beneficial to us. And if it is, I'll go ahead and send several deals your way. So he listed this roughly 3 weeks ago. And when I sell properties or I list properties to my existing database, now to be fair, I have thousands of email subscribers. So when I send out a listing, it sells immediately on seller financing terms. So I'm a little bit jaded, a little skewed on that I'm able to sell things next day. But it's on seller financing. Most of my buyers are not doing cash out purchases. So week 1 goes by, nothing. Week 2 goes by, nothing. Week 3 goes by, nothing. And I'm thinking, you know what? I should have just kept it to myself, blasted it out, had a note, and been okay with it. And right about the end of week 3, he reaches out to me. Hey, I got an offer on your property. It's for $4,000. Are you interested in accepting that? I said, go ahead and take it. Let's do this. So we went ahead, got the contract signed. And now in real estate, nothing is official until it transfers, but they have earnest money deposit with the title company. Everything's looking good. So as of right now, we're moving forward nicely. And I was able to get a lump sum of cash back that I could go ahead and buy more direct mail marketing with, and then I could put a little bit of money in my pocket, get on to the next deal there. So overall, it worked out fantastic. It was just a scenario of I'm used to selling things the second I send an email out, and it took me 3 weeks to get a signed contract on this deal. So you may be watching this and saying, well, what's the best way? Here's what I'm thinking here. If you're new to the land investment game and you're targeting properties that you could list for $5,000 or more, you may want to consider using a real estate agent to sell the property for you. Now, if the agent is a fantastic marketer, a hard worker, answers their phone, does follow up on all their emails, this may be the person to connect with. You also want to keep an eye on that too, though, because sometimes people, they answer their phones right away, follow up on all their emails, they're new and they don't have any business. They're trying to earn your business, which is fantastic. But if you're trying to earn someone's business, you may not have the database to sell the property for. So just keep that in the back of your head there. Don't let that, steer you one way or another too much. Just find the persons that listing properties in that area. That's probably going to be your go-to, assuming they get back to you and they have good communication skills. So if you're brand new, you do a direct mail marketing piece. You get 3 accepted offers. And these properties, you're taking them down for $1,000 a pop, and you can list them on the MLS for $5,000. You don't have your own personal database yet because you just started. So if you were to take these down and sell them yourselves, you would have to buy ad space on the land investment platforms, which I highly recommend you do, but stick with me on this here. So you buy ad space on the platforms. Leads start coming in. You got to connect with all these leads. You got to convert all these leads. You got to get the deposits. You got to get things over the title company, It is a lot of moving parts, but like I said, you should have your own database. So what I would suggest is if you're starting out and you're in this price point here, I'm going to do a follow-up on cheaper properties. You're working with $5,000 type deals or above, and you're able to take down 3 properties off of your first mailer. Go ahead and market 2 of those yourself. Go ahead and start drumming up leads because you want to connect with people. You need this database for sure. But at the same time, give one of them to a real estate agent and see if they could go ahead and get that to do a full conversion within 6 weeks. And by full conversion, I mean contract signed to the title company and check is in your bank account. The wire has hit within 6 weeks. What's beneficial about this is it's going to go ahead and give you the money for your direct mail marketing, probably cash you out on all the properties you just purchased, so you're whole at this point. Now you have 2 properties left over that you're marketing on your own and ideally doing seller financing because it sells faster that way. With the 2 free properties you now have, you can create a note of, let's just keep it simple and say it was a $5,000 note. Now you're going to get much more on a note, but 2 $5,000 notes, you have a $10,000 pool here. It's bringing in $150 a month in passive income. You are winning. You're ahead of the game. Now your next mailer is going out and you're going to rinse and repeat. So you want to do both for sure. Now, if you're targeting cheap properties, like how I kind of recommend you start building out your land investment business just to get a feel of things, see how the business actually works. If you're going after properties that you're taking down for a few $100s and you're flipping them for $2,000, don't bring an agent in on it because there's no meat on the bone. They're not going to be motivated to sell it for you. And if they do sell it for you, you're walking away with nothing. These are the deals you want to go ahead and really build your database with. Buy ad space on the platforms there. Create videos on YouTube. Start an Instagram page if you like Instagram. Whatever the case may be, start drumming up a buzz and leads on these cheap properties, sell them on seller financing terms, and start building that database out. With that database, you could go ahead and connect with these people, giving them good tips on why it's fantastic to have land in your portfolio, what areas they should be investing in raw land, what deals you have coming up, what they can expect to pay, some strategies. You're building a relationship, and with that relationship, they will absolutely purchase from you in the future. Anything above $5,000, let's go ahead and kind of try that split idea, or if you're brand new and you're totally scared, you could give them all to an agent and see what happens. Either way, I think it's a good thing to have this as a side strategy, which a year or 2 ago, I never would have done this. I always stayed in the driver's seat, but we're getting busier and busier. We need help. We need professional help, and I'm not one to be watching over a whole crew of people. I like to just hire contractor types that do their own thing. You do X, Y, and Z, you get paid this. You do this, you get paid this. Me, I'm not the best at managing employees, keeping it 100 with you. So I think if you're new to the business, keep that in mind and add that to your strategy as well. Rambling a little bit here, but I want to let you know that we did get a positive result so far working with a real estate agent. And I was a little nervous. 3 weeks stretched out. I'm like, I could have had this thing sold multiple times over. I don't know what they're doing over there. But boom, came through. And as of right now, it looks like we're going to get a closing on that. So if this is the first time you stumbled upon my videos and you're still here, first things first, I truly appreciate that. Next, consider subscribing if you want more content like this. We're going to go ahead and start building out some great things, adding resources so individuals can get out there and start building out their land portfolio, learning how to take down deals, how to close deals, how to flip deals, how to market deals, and additional passive income streams you could add right along the sidelines there so you could have your financial freedom dream, whatever that number may be. So like I said, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, assuming you're getting value from this and you want more of this, I greatly appreciate it. Check out all the resources I have directly below this video if you need help getting through your first or next land investment deal. You can get that at landflippingmichael.com. Links down below. Plus, like I said, the resources you need to go ahead and get your alternative investments going, creating passive income. Thank you so much for tuning into this. I look forward to connecting with you in the next video.